everybody, a big welcome back to the channel, and welcome if this is your very first time here. So today I am going to be continuing with the Guess the Movie Quotes series of videos, this being the second video in this particular series. And first of all, what I must say is there is a bit of outside noise. I think there's a bit of roadworks or something going on nearby, but hopefully it won't be too obvious and we can continue with the video as best we can. So here we are on the app that I play this game on, and it has a very simple format. We are presented with a popular movie quote, and we are given 4 options to choose from. We also have 2 helping aids. If we get stuck in the bottom left, we have an eraser, and if we select that, it will erase one answer from the 4 choices we are presented with. And if we click the little character in the bottom right of the screen, he can help us as well. But the twist is, with this character, he doesn't necessarily have to help you. He could lie to you. So you have to keep that in mind if you do choose to ask for his advice. So we will begin with our first quote here, and I'm not sure exactly how many we will get through, but I'm going to do the best that I can, and we'll see how far we can go. So our first quote is, "You told me you were delayed. You never said it was for 9 months." And our options are Troy, The Terminal, The Sixth Sense, or The Usual Suspects. And I know instantly what movie this quote is from, and it is The Terminal. So let's go ahead and select The Terminal. It's a very good movie with Tom Hanks. Alright, our next quote is, "Maybe you should watch your mouth. Watch it right there, Chief." And our options are Spartacus, Tron, Good Will Hunting, or Peter Pan. Well, I have to say, I don't know the answer for this particular quote. I'm just having a think. I haven't actually seen any of these movies. And what I will say about this app is it's not the best app in the world. There are a lot of options that are given to you that are repeated, and there are some grammatical errors and spelling mistakes and things like that, so it isn't the best, but I think it does the job for what we need it for. So maybe you should watch your mouth. Watch it right there, Chief. I don't think it's Good Will Hunting. I don't know why, but I'm going to rule that out. It really is a tricky one, to be honest. I'm going to select the erase button and hopefully give us a better chance of getting the right answer. And what you may notice from selecting the eraser is it does actually take away some of your coins there at the top center of the screen, so you do have to be careful when you choose it and if you're able to choose it, because if you don't have enough coins you won't be able to erase an answer. So we're left with Spartacus, Tron, or Good Will Hunting. And the more I think about it, the more I am convincing myself that it might be Good Will Hunting. So I think I'm going to select that and hope that my luck is in. And there we go. I could just sort of picture Robin Williams saying that. I'm not sure if his character said it, but I do know that he is in that movie, so there we go. Our next quote is, "I want you to curve the bullet this quote matches two of those movies, Runaway Bride and Bedtime Stories. I haven't seen them, but they're more sort of light-hearted movies, comedies and rom-coms, I think, so it doesn't fit those movies. There Will Be Blood. It does fit that particular title, even though I don't know what that movie is. Or it could be Wanted, but I think based on that title and the quote, I'm going to guess There Will Be Blood. And unfortunately, that is wrong, so I'm hoping it is Wanted, because if it's not Wanted, the game will be over. But in that circumstance, we will simply restart the game. But I'm hoping it is Wanted because I don't want to lose. So here we go, fingers crossed. And it is Wanted, so I'm very pleased that we remain in the game. And our next quote is, you have no sense of fashion. Is it Star Wars Episode 6, I think it is, yeah. Star Wars Episode 6, The Devil Wears Prada, Reservoir Dogs, or Saving Private Ryan? And I think with a lot of these quotes, you can actually work it out from the quote itself and the options you are given. And I think it doesn't fit Star Wars at all. I'm not very familiar with the Star Wars series, but it doesn't fit that at all. It doesn't fit Reservoir Dogs, which I know is sort of a gangster type movie, or maybe, I'm not sure, I've never seen it, but I have seen clips of it. Saving Private Ryan is another movie that I haven't seen, but I know it is another Tom Hanks movie, and it is set during a war. I'm not sure which war it is, maybe Vietnam, I'm not too sure, but yeah, I think it might be The Devil Wears Prada, even though I haven't seen it. I think it has something to do with fashion, so we'll go with that. And there we go, we are correct. And our next quote, we don't have a lot to go on, but it is, I can't feel my legs. Is it X-Men First Class, The Dark Knight, The Hangover, or Troy? And again, I'm going to struggle here. Even though this is the easy level, which you may have noticed in the top left of the screen, this is the easy level of the game. But they are fairly difficult quotes, I think. And this is another one I have no idea of, so I'm going to be guessing once again. But this time, it doesn't really give much away in terms of what it might be. So it is a bit more difficult. It could literally be any of them. The Hangover, I know, is a comedy movie. And it doesn't sound like a comedy quote, so I think we're going to rule that one out. The Dark Knight is a Batman movie, which I've seen in part, but not in full. But it could well be that, and it could well be X-Men First Class. Troy, I think, is a movie set during some sort of battle. Maybe during the sort of AD time, but I'm not exactly sure at all. So it's going to be another guess, unfortunately, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase one of these answers. But I am a bit fearful of doing that, because if it erases The Hangover, it's not really going to help, because I don't think it's The Hangover, but we'll have a go at erasing anyway and see what one it erases. Alright, so it did erase Troy, so I think we've got a 50-50 chance here. And I don't know why, but I'm going to guess The Dark Knight and hope that my luck is in on this one. Unfortunately, it is not, so we have two options left. X-Men X-Men First Class or The Hangover. So I have a really bad feeling here that I'm going to lose the game, and I'm sort of going back on what I originally thought. X-Men First Class, I can't feel my legs, or The Hangover. I'm really torn between the two. I don't know which one to go with. I convinced myself that it wasn't The Hangover, but I'm now doubting myself, but I am going to go with X-Men and hope that it's right. And as I mentioned before, if it is wrong and the game is over, we will simply restart and keep going. So here we go, X-Men First Class. Well, there we go, our luck was in on that one, so I'm very pleased to remain in the game. And our next quote is, "Are you username ladiesman217?" Alright, and our options are The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Iron Man 3, Transformers, or Jurassic Park. Well, it's definitely not Jurassic Park, because I know that movie well. I don't think it's The 40-Year-Old Virgin, because I've seen that movie and it doesn't ring a bell. Iron Man 3, it could well be, but I've never seen any of the Iron Man series or Transformers, so I'm going to be choosing between these two movies, and for some reason I think I'm going to go with Iron Man 3 because I know the guy who plays Iron Man. I think his character name is Tony Stark. I don't know much about the series, but I think he's a bit of a ladies' man, so it could well fit that movie and that character. So let's guess Iron Man 3. And I think if I get this wrong, I may well lose the game because I only have 26 coins remaining, so wish me luck on this one. Well, it is wrong, and we are still in the game, just about, but if I get it wrong this time, then the game is over, but I do feel quite confident that it's not Jurassic Park or The 40-Year-Old Virgin. I'm just trying to think. I have seen The 40-Year-Old Virgin a number of times, and this quote isn't ringing a bell with that movie. Are you username ladiesman217? No, I don't think it fits, so I think it might be Transformers. And if it's not, and it is 40-Year-Old Virgin, I'm going to be very surprised. So here we go, Transformers. There we go. I was doubting myself there, but thankfully we got through, and I really am hanging on by the skin of my teeth on this one. So we move on to our next quote, and it is, "When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master." Star Wars Episode 4, Pride and Prejudice, A Beautiful Mind, or The Rock. And I think this quote fits Star Wars because I seem to remember in Star Wars being a couple of characters that one of them teaches another. I seem to remember a quote, something about, I can't remember the quote, but was there a character called Padawan or something like that? I will teach you Padawan, something like that. And yeah, I think this quote fits the Star Wars series. I'm linking it together from a very vague memory of something, I don't know. But yeah, I don't think it fits the other three movies. I haven't actually seen Pride and Prejudice or A Beautiful Mind, but I don't think this quote fits them. And I've seen The Rock, and I know The Rock very well, so I feel confident that this one is Star Wars Episode 4. There we go, very good. And our next one is, "Have you seen My Daughter?" And our options are The Terminal, which we've had before, The Shawshank Redemption, which one this is fairly quickly because I've seen the movie and it fits the movie. And it is Flight Plan, which is a really good movie about a woman played by Jodie Foster who loses her daughter on an aeroplane, and it really is very mysterious. You're wondering where exactly the daughter could be as they search the entire plane. And yeah, it's a really good movie, so check that out if you've never seen it. And let's go ahead and select Flight Plan. So there we go. And our next quote is one that I instantly know that I know the answer. So I'm very pleased that we're getting a good run of quotes here for me personally. And it is, I swear I will not kill anyone. Is it Batman Begins, The Lord of the Rings, Iron Man, or Terminator 2, Judgment Day? And I know instantly it is a quote from Terminator 2, Judgment Day. So let's go ahead and select that. So we've had a good run of answers here that we've known the answer on, and there hasn't been any confusion over or guessing, so yeah, that feels good. And our next quote is, he who keeps the keys to heaven rules the world. The Da Vinci Code, Her, Paranormal Activity, or The Princess Diaries. Okay, so we're back to struggling once again because I don't know what movie this quote is from, but let's try to work it out. He who keeps the keys to heaven rules the world. The Da Vinci Code, does it fit that? I've never seen the Da Vinci Code, but I think it's sort of a thriller type movie. I think Tom Hanks might be in that movie as well. And there's a movie connected to that called Angels and Demons, which could be religious based. I'm not sure if religion plays a part in that series, but it could possibly fit that movie, so we'll keep that in mind. I've never heard of Her, so I don't know what it's about. Paranormal Activity is a horror movie, so it doesn't fit that. And The Princess Diaries, I think, must be a kids movie, so I think I'm going to guess the Da Vinci Code because I think it fits that style of movie. So fingers crossed on this one. Alright, we were correct on that one, so we move on to our next quote, which is, I know you better than you know yourself. Is it Gandhi, The Truman Show, Equilibrium, or Back to the Future? And I don't know what movie this is from, but I have seen Back to the Future a lot of times, especially in childhood. That was one of my favourite childhood movies, or series rather. The Truman Show is a movie I'm fairly familiar with, so I don't think it's that. So I think it is going to be Gandhi or Equilibrium. And Equilibrium, I know, is a movie that is set in the future, and it has Christian Bale in it, but I've never seen it. But it could well fit that movie. Gandhi must be about, or rather set in India, I'm imagining. So I think we're going to go for Equilibrium and see if our luck is in. Alright, so it's not in on that one. I know you better than you know yourself. I'm sort of doubting myself now. I'm wondering if it might be The Truman Show. I'm trying to think if it is from that or not. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to use the character in the bottom right and see if he can help us out. And there we go, as I mentioned at the start of the game. he may or may not give you assistance. And on that one, all he says is equilibrium is the wrong answer, which we know. So that is not very helpful. So let's see if we can erase one of the answers. Oh my goodness. This just isn't fair, is it? I think I've been very hard done by here. So we erased an answer, and it erased the answer that we know is wrong. So yeah, this is very tough. And I think my luck might be out on this one. I think the game may be over. I know you better than you know yourself. I'm just trying to think if that was said in the Truman Show. I feel like it might have been, but if it's not, I'm going to be really mad at myself. But I feel like the wife may have said it to Truman. I know you better than you know yourself. I'm trying to picture the wife in the Truman Show saying that. I'm going to guess the Truman Show, but if it's wrong, I'm going to be really mad at myself for getting that wrong. But here we go. Wish me luck on this one. Oh, I can't believe it. It was right, and I'm so happy. I couldn't link the two, but there was something in my mind telling me that it was the right answer, so I'm very pleased that I managed to get there in the end, and once again, I just about hang on to my life in the game. So we'll do just a few more quotes, I think, at this point. And our next one is, who are you talking to? Tell me who you see. I think our luck may just about run out on this one because I am stumped. Is it The Matrix? Is it Pearl Harbor? A Beautiful Mind? Or 2001, A Space Odyssey? Who are you talking to? Tell me who you see. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase one of the answers if I have enough coins, and then we'll take it from there. And it erased Pearl Harbor. We have 3 answers left. I'm not sure if I have enough coins left to erase another answer, but I'm going to try. We might as well try and see if it allows us to. And we are told that the eraser can't be used only once per question, so unfortunately we can't use it. But let's just click the character in the bottom right and see if he helps us out on this one. And it says he. The answer starts with A. But we have to keep in mind that he could be lying. And also we have A Beautiful Mind or 2001, A Space Odyssey. So based on his advice, we will be going with A Beautiful Mind, and hopefully he's telling us the truth, but I have doubts because look at that face that he's making. It looks very devious. I'm not sure that I trust him on this one, but we'll have a go anyway. So we're going for A Beautiful Mind. And wish me luck. Wow, so he was actually telling the truth, thankfully, and we continue in the game. I can't believe that I've managed to get through these rounds, or some of these rounds, without losing my life in the game. So we move on, and we have Do You Trust Me? So we don't have much to go on for this quote, but our choices are United 93, Star Wars Episode 4, which we've had before, Aladdin, and The Dark Knight. And just as I was reading those options, it did actually twig which movie this quote is from, and it is from Aladdin, so I'm very happy with that one. And this will do for the games day. I think this will be our last quote, and it is this is Sparta. Is it from 300? Batman Begins. Bloody Diamond, which I think is supposed to be Blood Diamond, which is a Leonardo DiCaprio movie that I saw when it came out. I think it was 2006. But yeah, as I mentioned, there are some spelling mistakes on this app. It's not perfect, but it is good enough for the purpose we require it for. Or The Great Gatsby. And I think this quote fits 300, which is a movie that I haven't seen, but I think the quote fits the movie from what I do know about it. So let's go ahead and select 300, and this will be the last quote of the game. Alright, so there we go. We got through that game somehow. I don't know how, but we did get through it without the game ending and needing to restart. So I am actually very surprised that I got through that. I think my luck was in for parts of it, and other parts of it I did actually know the quotes. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag there, but I thought it was a lot of fun for today's video. But yeah guys, thank you for joining me for this Guess the Movie Quotes quiz. I hope you had a good time watching the video and guessing the quotes yourself. Let me know down in the comments how you got on with the quotes. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button down below. Consider subscribing to the channel as well for plenty more content like this in the near future. And once again, a huge thank you for joining me. And until next time, rest easy, sleep well, and I hope to see you again very soon for another video. And goodbye for now.